Well, the most expensive part of grocery delivery might not be that fee at checkout. It could be the subtle price bumps on your bread, your bananas, and your butter.
Yeah, so as KSL investigator Matt Gephardt found out here, the markups are often invisible unless you go looking for them. But they quietly inflate your total, and they make that free delivery feel a lot less free, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's right, Mike. It takes a lot of legwork to price comparison shop, so we put in that legwork, and what we found is there is a sneaky surcharge that is hiding in plain sight.
With food delivery apps, there is a cost to convenience. Service fees, delivery fees, tips. These are expenses we not only expect, they are clearly spelled out every time we check out. But there is a sneakier surcharge that you should be aware of too. Last month, KSL executive producer Sloan Schrag and I did a little retail sleuthing. We were looking into how prices compare between what you see on the shelf versus what you see in one of those delivery apps. We looked into 3 apps: DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. Each has a little grocery button that will bring up a whole list of grocery stores. All right, let's begin where we begin all of our days: breakfast.
Right here, 20 ounce.
Cereal aisles have no shortage of choices, so Sloan and I decided to go with one that is undeniably fun to say:
Fruity Pebbles.
Right away, we found prices not the same. At Target, this smaller family-size box of Fruity Pebbles was 79 cents more expensive on the Uber Eats app, while this larger, giant-size box, it was a full $2 more expensive on DoorDash. The apps also limited our choices. You can see there's no shortage of size options, but they didn't all exist on the apps. On DoorDash this day, we were limited to the 23-ounce box. On Uber Eats, it was the 19.5-ounce box. And Target, well, they weren't even available on Grubhub.
It does not give me this option.
The 32-ounce option.
It doesn't give me the cheapest option.
Inventories change day to day, but in the store on this day, the most economical Fruity Pebbles, the lowest price per ounce, we did not even see it offered on one of the apps. We found similar patterns at other stores. At Macy's, we paid $5.89 for a 19.5-ounce box, while a smaller 15-ounce box on DoorDash was advertised for 10 cents more. Or at Lucky's, the exact same box, $1.16 more on Grubhub.
I mean, 25%, that's something about that.
As Sloan and I continued our hunt, we found the pattern repeating itself with other items. Take chicken nuggets. If you look at the app, it looks like this bag is a deal.
This is advertising. No. It's not $7.69. You're saving. It's $7.19. If you're in the store, it's even cheaper than that.
Yeah, despite the advertised savings, the nugs were actually 20 cents more expensive on DoorDash and a full $1 more expensive on Uber Eats than what we paid in a Target store. And check out this discrepancy. At Macy's, they were having a sale on Dino Nuggets, $10.99, but that sale not reflected on DoorDash.
It's $17.49 versus $10.99.
A savings of 37% not offered on the app.
What do you want? Grubhub.
All right, how about some dessert? Shopping in-store at Lucky's, we paid $5.98 for this carton of chocolate ice cream. On Grubhub, we paid almost 9% more, and almost 12% more on Uber Eats.
There's no mention of any deals or savings or 25% off here at all.
At the end of a long day of investigative shopping, Sloan and I found that the vast majority of items were at least a little bit more expensive on our food delivery apps, and some quite a bit more expensive. Call it a surcharge, a markup, a fee. It is one that is not clearly disclosed, and now we know it is being tacked on.
It is worth noting we used third-party food delivery apps for our investigation. A lot of stores have their own apps and have their own websites where they'll go shop for you and then you can head to the store and pick up your groceries. Those prices tend to be a lot closer, even identical. In fact, I had a conversation with a spokesperson for Macy's who tells me that they, for one, do what they call price parallel for all of their advertised items, meaning that the price you see online is the same price that you will see in the store. Guys.
Matt, investigative shopping is exhausting.
It is.
Exhausting.
Exhausting.
All right, good stuff. Very helpful. Thank you, Matt. Ooh.